Hi friends, in our time together today, I'm going to introduce or share actually, like my initial practice session of the Kesh Jig with us. I introduced the Kesh Jig in our time together yesterday, and I'll put a card up at the top so that you can access that video if you've not seen it. Like I said yesterday, I mean, we've been together just over a year, and I can't believe I've not introduced the Kesh Jig yet. You know, it's so popular, I kind of feel like, well, everybody knows it. Funny thing is, I haven't known it. So I figured if I have to learn it, then some of you have to learn it too. Anyway, it's a blast. If you have a recording of you playing the Kesh Jig on your whistle, please share a link in the comments. The rest of us want to hear how you play it, and we want to applaud you, and that's kind of fun. Anyway, so as we go through this is one of my just initial trying to feel my way into the tune practice sessions. What I'm going to do is, the way I practice a tune is, and you'll remember a lot of this because this is not just learning the Kesh Jig, but learning to play it faster and better. I'll learn the core of the tune. I want you to learn the core of the tune rather than my version of the tune or someone else's version of the tune. If you learn someone else's version of the tune, there will never be your version of the tune. So learn the core of the tune. Then you can craft through speed, ornamentation, and expression your own version of the tune. So that's really important for us to do. So again, what I do is I'll start off and I'll try and work on the core of the tune. And sometimes if I'm sort of comfortable, then some ornamentation is going to start creeping its way in. I just want to talk as I practice. I'm not going to share my whole practice because you don't need to see my whole practice. But I want to share kind of my process of what I'm doing. I'm going to do my Howard and my Wild Irish. So I'll grab my whistle first, and I'll just start playing the core of the tune. Okay, and I'll do that. And I'll try and get it to where I can pick up the pace. And I have practiced it a little bit, mainly because I was getting ready to introduce yesterday. But I don't want to learn to play it too fast, because then when I try and add ornamentation and expression in, my ability for ornamentation and expression's down here, and my speed ability's up here, and then that's just a train wreck. So I work on the core of the tune. I then layer in some ornamentation and expression and speed. I work on the core of the tune at the new pace, ornamentation, expression, and I build that way. So I'm going to start experimenting and adding some comments. Ooh, that first note. I think it deserves a roll. See, my take. Okay, double repeated D, so I've got to do something there. Okay, and this is where I actually dial it back a little and try and decide. Let me think through which of those notes I want to ornament. See, I've already rolled the first G, and I'm probably cutting into the second G, so that the rest of that triplet, I think I'm going to leave alone. Okay. So I'm doing that kind of thing. And I'm just walking through, and I'm trying to get the core of the tune. And after I feel like the core of the tune's okay, then and I'm starting to add in some ornamentation and expression. And I'm not going to pick up the pace until I feel like I've got those two kind of there. And then when I pick up the pace, I go back to the core of the tune. And I can't assume that I'll approach the B part exactly as I will the A. So when I step into the B part, still playing on my Howard, ooh. See, I'm playing a B there, rolling into the B part, and you can't roll off the B. So I'm thinking of either going to bounce on the B or play a tap there. Let me try it. I think the tap adds more life. Okay, again, I'm probably gonna and then there that next triplet, which note do I want to ornament it? Do I want to step into that? Probably not. Okay, I might ornament that G. See, I'm going to experiment with my ornaments. All right, I think, so I'm going to continue doing that with my Howard. Core of the tune. When I'm feeling minimally comfortable, blend in some ornamentation and expression. When I'm comfortable doing that, add in a little more speed. Blend back in ornamentation and expression. And blending in more speed might actually change how I'm approaching the ornamentation and expression. Let me do just a little on my Wild Irish. I find I like to practice with both whistles because sometimes playing with the high D gives me ideas for the low D, and sometimes playing on the low D gives me ideas for the high D, and I port those back and forth. And sometimes the way I play a tune with the high D ends up being different than the way I play the tune on the low D because of the expression possibilities, that whole tone difference. So, core of the tune. Okay. I'm okay with that. It's time to blend in some ornamentation and expression. Too many trilly things. Notice I dial it back a little when I'm thinking about the ornamentation and expression. Step into the B part a little. Ooh, I think I can play that a little faster. But I've got to slow it down to think about the ornamentation. Just like on the low D, I think I'm going to tap off of that B. See, depending upon which note you ornament depends upon how you're going to ornament some of the next sequencing. Okay. Anyway, that's just that's the beginning of my practice. I'm going to go through with my Howard. I'm going to go through with my Wild Irish. Sometimes I pull out a completely different whistle and see, because some tunes, you know, the tone of one whistle might lend itself to a tune. You've got to feel your way into that. So anyway, I'll go through, like I did, the core of the tune, ornamentation and expression, blend in, pick up the pace, core of the tune, ornamentation and expression. I may or may not change that. My initial practice session, I don't think I'm anywhere close to nailing the ornaments and expression that I really want to play in the Kesh Jig. And if I end up playing it with people, then I'm going to dial some of that way back and hit the core of the tune, because you got a bunch of people playing and everybody's ornamenting it all over the place. It can get a bit of a cacophony. And so I want to stay to the core of the tune more if I'm a support role there. Anyway, I thought it might be helpful sharing that with you. Please take your time walking through the process of learning a tune. Core, blend in ornamentation and expression, add some speed, core, ornamentation and expression. Keep building that until you find that when you can play it faster, you'll play it just like you want to, in your way. So have fun practicing. I need to get back to practicing because I feel like I'm getting okay with the core of the tune, but I really need to spend some time thinking about the ornaments. And I'm actually at this moment avoiding listening to other people, because I'll do that later today. Because I've already done that. So I want to figure out what I want to do. I hope you, my friends, enjoy playing the Kesh Jig. And I hope this clumsy practice session was somewhat helpful for you. Until next time, this is Scott Shade. Happy whistling.